UBJ here. Welcome back to the second video of Basic HTML Page. We are going to style the page now in this video. We have to make one necessary change to the HTML page from the last video. We added a class right here. The class name is Center, so we can access it with CSS. And also we made a class here for the links, and the class name is links, which is right here. Okay, so that's the three things you have to add into your HTML from the last video. So let's get started here. We're going to start off with a blank CSS page. Okay, also, if you don't have it already, you need the link tag up here in the header, the head, between the head tags. Okay, with a link, rel style sheet, type, text / CSS, and href, which is the file we will be working on, which is style.css, which is right here. And here's our CSS page. Let's get started. So we're going to do a body, and we're going to change the color just so we can see it a little bit better. Yeah, antique white works pretty good. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to target the nav. Okay. So what this does right here, it's targeting this section, nav, which is between this. Okay. So let's get started. We're going to do a border. And it's going to be 2 pixels, solid, red. Okay. And we're going to do a border radius, which is going to round out the corners, you're going to see in a second. 20 pixels. See how it rounded it out there? Real nice. Alright. Now we're going to do a text align to align the section. And it's going to be center. There we go. Looks good. Okay. And we're going to do background color of the nav itself. And that's gonna be a RGBA value. Okay, and the first one's gonna be 0. Next one's gonna be 0 also. And 0 again. Okay, and it's gonna be 0.726. Okay, which is a type of black, but a little bit lighter. So that's what we got so far. This one's a different color because we are on the home page. It's an active link. Alright. Next step, we're gonna do the nav ul li open and close tags. Okay, and I'm going to start with the display. Okay, it's going to be in line. Okay. Oh, here we go. That's why it wasn't working, sorry. Let's refresh that here. There we go. See how it changed that right there? We put the display to inline. Okay, so now we're going to add a border. And that's going to be 2 pixels, solid black. Okay. And then we're going to keep that a border radius to smooth out the corners. and it's going to be 10 pixels. Don't want to go too much, but okay. So this is what we're with so far. We're talking just a nav right now. Okay, so we got a background color. Background color is going to be an RGB value. Okay, and first number is going to be 247. Second number is going to be 62. And third number is going to be 62 also. Okay, that's going to give us our color, which is the lighter shade. Now we're going to give it some padding to make it look better. Okay, there we go. So, see how the padding gave it a nice look? The buttons right there, around each one. Gives it a nice finish to it. Let's check it out without it. See how it is. The pattern will give us a nice clean edge around each button. Okay. So that was 5 pixels. Okay. So now we're going to give it some margin. Okay, margin's going to be 40 pixels. Okay. See how it just spread the buttons apart? So that just spread the buttons apart. So it gives a nice view to it. And it takes up some of the page for design wise. Okay, so now we're going to text align here. Okay, so text align. It's going to keep them in the center. Okay, so list style will be none. Okay, and some width. We'll do 70 pixels. Alright, let's take a quick look here. See how we got a decent setup here. Keeps it in the middle. Spreads them out. Okay, so we're going to work on it a little bit more here. Needs a little bit more work to make it look decent. Notice how when the page gets bigger, it spreads out. And it's in the center. Looking pretty. Okay, so next one. We're going to do a nav ul li a, which is going to target the actual buttons itself. Okay, we're going to do a text decoration. And that's going to be none to get rid of that underline. Okay. And then we're going to do a font weight. That's going to be bold. Make it look a little bit better. There we go. A little more noticeable. Alright, it's going to be it for that one. Let's make this bigger. I'm sorry about that, guys. I should have made that big in the first place. Alright. Now we're going to do a hover, which is a pseudo class. Okay. To give us some decoration when we put the mouse over the buttons itself. So we're going to do a nav ul li a hover. Okay, it's a hover, open and close brackets again. So we're going to do a background color. And that's going to be black. Alright. So, when we hover, so far, the black's going to appear in the middle. Okay. It's a little bit different than most. Okay. And we're also going to do a color white. Blah 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 blah. Let's do an antique blue. Okay. See, now the word itself is gonna be. Okay. We're gonna give it some padding. Good measure. 2 pixels. Make it look good. Okay. Now it's, a nice even box around it. We could even give it a border radius if you really wanted to. So this way it's round. Okay, that's just an option. Okay, and on to the next one. I'm going to keep it as a square just so it's a little bit different than the outside button itself. Alright, so we're going to do another pseudo class. We're going to do it active. So it's going to be nav, ul, lia, active, open and close. Okay, so we're going to do a text decoration. We're going to change it a little bit more so you could notice it. And that's going to be a line through. Let's check that out. Okay. See how when we click on it, it's got a line through the letter, or the word I should say. Okay. Now we're gonna change it a little bit more so it can be more noticeable. We're gonna do a background color, and it's gonna be yellow. Let's make it nice and bright. Okay. See that? See how it's yellow now? Pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a color, and that's gonna be blue. Okay, and bam. Got something right there. When we click on it, that's what it's going to be. Okay. See how it's changing? It's just a regular hover. And when we click on it, it turns yellow. And the word stay blue. Sorry about that. Slow that page back. There we go. Now this is where that border radius makes it look a little bit better. Okay, check this out. Now see how it's round instead of squared inside? Just in case, you want to see. Let's knock that out there. Alright. On to the next now. We're going to target the H1 header. Okay. And we're going to give that a text align. That's going to be center. Okay. See how that jumped in the center right there. So now, nav is complete. Okay. With a little bit of design. And our header of the website's right in the center at all times. Okay. Alright, so we're going to target the next line, which will be the H2 header, which is our name of our page, a dev code page right there. Open and close. So we're going to do a text line again, so we have it in the center of the page at all times. Looks good. See that? Moves right to the center. Bam, right in the center. Looks fabulous. Okay. We're going to give that a color. And that's going to be some blue. Match our theme a little bit here. Okay, we're going to do a font weight. And that's going to be the good old bold. Okay. Pop it out a little bit here. Font size, let's make it bigger. And that's going to be a 50 pixel. Look at that. Not bad, not bad. Little design to it, centered. Decent. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the paragraph. Okay. This is this paragraph right here. Okay, along with this bold, which is done in HTML like I explained to you in the first video. Okay, we're just going to align it. We're going to go to good old text align in the center. Stringing that out. Okay. Check that out. Looking good. Okay. On to the next one. Now we're going to work on the HR. Okay. Now, the HR is the line across the screen. Okay, right there. We're going to give it a little design, just so it don't look like it's just sitting there. HR, open and close tags. Okay, we're going to give it a border. And that's going to be a 5 pixel solid. Okay. Now we're not going to display the color for a reason. Okay, we're going to do a border, left color. Border left color, and that's going to be blue. Okay. Now we're going to do a border bottom color. Border bottom color, and it's going to be blue again. Okay. Now we're going to do a border bottom left radius, and that's going to be 30 pixels, sorry. And we're going to do a border bottom right radius, and that's going to be 30 pixels also. Okay. Now let's check it out what we have here. See, now we have this little thing that breaks it up, breaks our list up, and it has a little design to it with a round edge going up. Not too bad. Little design here. Looks better than that little faint of a line across the screen. And also, just showing you that you can change that also to give it style. Alright, now we're on to our list. Okay, the name of our list, okay, is a H4 header tag. Okay, so we're going to do that. First, we're going to do a text align. And that's going to be center also. Make it nice and pretty. And a font size. Let's make it more noticeable. And 25 pixels will do. And we're going to do a text decoration. And that's going to be an underline. And I'll give it a little something because it is our list here. Okay. And that would be the last one for that. Okay, so H4, now we're going to target the center. Okay, our class center. Our class of center, name center, should say. Sorry. Okay, it's right here. We're targeting our list. We're going to move our list over into the middle. Okay, and that's our class. And the name of our class is center. That's what we'll be targeting to do this. Okay, and we're going to do a text align. And that's going to be center. Okay, so that's going to move the list over into the center, but the numbers are not in the center yet. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that also. Okay, see when it's opened up here, everything looks good, but the numbers are still on the left side here. So let's take care of that. Don't look good like that. Okay, we're going to do a color. Oh, I'm sorry. We're not going to do a color on that one. We're going to do a list style, position. And we're going to do inside. Okay, bam. Looks better than, you know, our list being over here, numbers being on the left side. And it's centered for us. Okay, not bad. So now we're going to target our links. Open and close brackets. We're going to target these right here, our links. Okay. So, we're going to move it on down. Our class. And our class name, links. Okay, targets both our links in the page, which is right here. Okay. Let's change it around. Make it look better. Give it a little flippy flop. Text decoration. Let's get rid of that line. Okay, we're going to do a none. Or none. Get rid of that line. Okay, we're going to do a color. Change it up a little bit. I'm going to do a dark blue. I like blue for my links for some reason. And we're going to margin left. And I will do 60 pixels. So it sits offset. Just like that. I don't want it all the way on the side, but I want it over here. So, there we go. So now what we're going to do, see how when we're putting a mouse over them, nothing happens. Don't look like it's interactive, you know. So we're going to take care of that right now. Let's make it a little interactive here. And we're going to do dot links. Because it's a class, we use dot. Open and close brackets. I'm sorry, we got to add a hover here. Pseudo class hover. Like you seen earlier. Okay. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do a color. Change it up. Flip flop it. Okay. See how it turns red when the mouse is over it now? Now you can see it's a little bit, it's interactive at least. Okay, now we're going to do a text decoration. And we're going to do the underline. Only time underline's really useful besides the list. And our font size. Let's pop it out some. We're going to do a 20 pixel. Okay. So this way, when we go over it, it pops out. Looks like it pops out. When we're highlighting it. Check it out. Okay. Looks good. Okay, so now we're going to do active dot links. Okay. And that's going to be active. Open and close. Okay, so this is going to be for when we click on the link. Okay, so we're going to do a border. Okay. We're going to do a 2 pixel dotted red. Okay. Check it out. See the dotted red over the link? Alright. And we're going to add a color. And color, we're going to do a yellow. Nice and bright. And we're going to do a background color. And that's going to be our RGBA value. And the first one's going to be 0. And 0. And the other one's going to be 0. And the last one's going to be 0.89. 89. Okay. So this is what we have now so far. See how we got the yellow, background black, and we got the red dotted. Alright, we're going to do text decoration. And we're going to do a line through. Okay. And then we're going to do a font size. Let's pop it out a little bit here. Make it different than the last. Different than the hover effect, I should say. See that. Alright. See how it pops out and it's red. Well, bam. Now it pops out even more. Okay, we're going to line through it. It's yellow. Background black shade with a dotted red border. Okay. Check it out. Okay. Our links do work. Okay. Open a new page. Check it out. Give that a little reload here. See? Everything's kosher. It's working good. See that? Yeah. Alright. Everything's looking good so far. Okay, so we made a basic HTML page and we styled it. Gave it a little bit. So it's not bad, it's just a basic style. We can get more in depth in things, and in future videos we will get more in depth. I'm trying to aim at teaching a little bit by little. This is Newbie J here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Thank you.